Well, yesterday, I mentioned that I had a lot to celebrate. It was obviously my birthday last night, and then we have New Year's Eve. So there were a few adult beverages floating around. Taking me out to a nice dinner tonight, so we'll do that with the family and the kids, and then we have some friends coming over. So I'm going to try to take a nap because we're going to be up at midnight. So nap.
You are good.
So tomorrow you're going to see me bright and bushy-tailed. Is that how you say it?
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
So tomorrow it'll be an entertaining show, and we'll help you get through it. Don't tune in at 6 a.m. I beg you.
I feel like I got a piano on my back right now having to carry it.
That's right.
I'm just kidding. Not at all.
I'm so sorry.
You are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
So perhaps you're also struggling to kick that brutal hangover after ringing in the new year. I'm sure many of you, millions of you probably. So we brought in the expert panel this morning to share the best hangover cures to ensure that you're off to a right start on this 2016.
Yeah, we called in the troops here.
Holy smokes, did we ever. Joining us now is integrative physician and author of the new book called Happy Gut. That is Dr. Vincent Pedre, nutritionist Danielle Pashko, and bartender Pamela Wisnitzer. Nice to see all of you this morning. Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year.
All right, Pamela, you brought some greens here. Is this a smart place to start with trying to kick that hangover? You see a lot of drunk people.
Yeah, some of them left my bar 2 hours ago.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely, doctor and I both agree. I think juice is a great way to go, a quick way to get your replenishment of nutrients, and a way that's not going to be too abrasive towards your system after you've done some damage to it.
All right, Pete, I know you've been suffering. You want some kale bright and early?
Yep.
Cheers try this.
Some kale.
Doctor,
kale to the kale.
What causes the hangover? We know the alcohol, but why the lingering effects the next day?
It's you're dehydrated, you're depleted of minerals, especially magnesium. So that's one reason that I brought in coconut water.
And try that one?
So one of my remedies is to drink this as soon as you get home.
Okay.
So you can start rehydrating. It's high in potassium, high in magnesium, so it's going to help get the fluids into your body and relax your muscles and prevent a headache.
Is that even better than straight up Gatorade or Powerade? I mean, that's what we used to do all the time.
I see, personally, because I like to focus on natural things, I prefer something made by nature than something that has been doctored.
I've noticed that coconut water, some people don't care for the taste of it, but the ones that are in the refrigerator section, they must be fresher or something because they taste a lot sweeter.
Danielle, I have to ask you about charcoal. We've been talking about this earlier. Anna said, yuck. Charcoal? How does charcoal help us?
So charcoal helps in that it helps to bind toxins. So when you're drinking alcohol, there's a lot of byproducts and toxicity associated with that. So instead of the alcohol being directly absorbed into the bloodstream, what happens is the activated charcoal works like a magnet, and it pulls in these toxins, and then it's excreted. So it's a good idea to take the activated charcoal before you go out.
How does one take charcoal? Besides opening up the grill?
No. There's actual pills?
Yes, pill form. And you could take 2 capsules before bed, or actually before going out. And if you forget, yeah, exactly.
You know all about preemptive, so you're not getting the hangover, Pamela. So what do you do? Yeah, pre-planning. I mean, we're suffering from it this morning, but how can you be smarter so you don't do this the next time?
And I call it the ultimate pregame, right? It's like getting ready to go out. So definitely have your nutrients up, vitamin B. I think we can all agree on that. And also make sure you're eating really well. Have a good substantial meal. Starches are really important. As well, drink a ton of water. For every drink that you have, you should be having a glass of water. You still will get intoxicated, but at the same time, you won't be depleting yourself of hydration.
My favorite way to get rid of a hangover, not that I've ever had one, but is to exercise. You sweat it out. You can feel it coming out of you sometimes, can't you?
Is that the smart move, Doc?
I think if it depends on how dehydrated you start. So you have to make sure that you're rehydrating before. And another thing I was going to say is don't drink on an empty stomach. It's going to hit you much faster.
Yeah, Anna says her favorite recovery is exercise. Mine is actually a drink to, a little hair of the dog. Does that work, or is that not good?
Like founding father style?
Yeah, I see no alcohol on this table. No?
No, not a smart move?
That just gets you drunk again, right?
Yeah,
so then it disguises the hangover.
Okay. You'll feel it a few hours later.
My real favorite is a bacon, egg, and cheese from Bojangles.
There you go.
And Danielle, I got to ask you, also green tea. What about coffee? We've been pounding coffee this morning. Not a smart move?
So coffee, that's the first thing everyone goes for because you want the energy, you want the jolt. But the issue with that is drinking in itself is dehydrating. So now you're having coffee in the morning, which is also dehydrating, and also alcohol can be inflammatory, and so is with coffee. So instead of having coffee, it's a good idea to go for green tea because it gives you the caffeine. It has antioxidants, polyphenols, flavonoids, which kind of combat all the free radical damage from drinking, and it's not going to dehydrate you, so it's a better option. And this one I like has ginger in it because it kind of soothes your stomach also. So the combo between the green tea and the ginger works really well.
Pamela, where do you bartend?
I bartend at Steamstress at 75th and 1st on the Upper East Side.
One of the great restaurants in New York City. If you get a chance, go see it. Also, if you're getting your life back in order for 2016 after you're hungover, pick up the new book by the good doctor, Vincent Pedre. It's called Happy Gut, on how to cleanse, lose weight, gain energy, and eliminate pain. Nice to see all of you this morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thanks for the hangover cure.
Love it.
We love it.
Thanks for